Hello everybody, it's been 8 months ago since I've done the video with the Rapid Bike Evo installation on the Duke 125cc, and now I'm going to talk about what the difference is between the first 100 kilometers and now after 3000 kilometers. So I just rode a trip with the bike, and just to show you the driving and how it handles and just like that. At the end of the video I'm going to show you what the bike looks like now, so you can see what the decat is and how the steer risers look like, and also the clutch relief of, how do you call it, is like sort of box with a sort of pulley in that release the force on the clutch. So to begin with the main reason why you would get this product, the Rapid Bike Evo. For everyone that doesn't know what it is a piggyback. It is an aftermarket ECU that gets all the input from all the sensors in your bike and collect the data that comes from all the sensors and streams it back to the original ECU with another values, so that you can trick the original ECU into reading values that are not really the values of the sensors. And this, as example for the fueling, you can get more fuel, and this translates into a self-adjusting system for your fuel or your air intake and such things like that, combustion. So your bike is never going to run lean or run too rich. This self-adjusting system, the Rapid Bike Evo, is for my bike something like €300. That's something like $340. And if you want to see the installation of this, you got to see the video in the link below. So what is it now different than the first 100 kilometers? I would say that the main difference is the comfort. The bike is really adjusted to everything. I changed from the open lid box to the muffler getting out of the exhaust, to the decat, what else? To the race sparkplug, such things. So the comfort of the bike is really there. You can really feel it in the middle revs, from the 2000 to the 5000, 7000, something like that, and the snipiness from the 7000 to the 10,000 is really crazy. So if you like comfort, get this. €300 is a little bit, I know, but a dyno is something like €500, €600. And if you want to change something else, you would also need to go another time on the dyno. So that's another time €500. So this piggyback is something like €300 and you get a lot of it. So the comfort is there, and also the response and the throttle. The throttle curve is really different for me now after 3000 kilometers, and I can tell you that I feel the difference in the throttle from the standard bike to how the bike now is. And I don't know if you can see that in the videos or not, but sometimes the acceleration is really way more faster than it was at the original bike. So yeah, that's a conclusion for you to take, but for me this is really a win. Another thing to talk about is when you release the throttle, you don't get that abrupt feeling that you got at the start of the bike at the original state. Now when you leave the throttle in the 2000-3000 revs, it doesn't break that abrupt. Now if you release the throttle, it goes more linear and not that steep abrupt blocking that you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. That abrupt braking when releasing the throttle, motor braking, is because it's a small engine, and with small engines there is more of that. But the Rapid Bike Evo helps with that also. Another thing to mention perhaps is also that since the installation of the Rapid Bike Evo on my bike, I didn't have anymore the situation when you release the clutch and your bike turns off. That's also something that I really noticed. So whenever you release the throttle, it doesn't break that bad as the original bike. And also the response when you want to accelerate is a little bit different. So the European Union lays restrictions on motorbikes. For whatever revs they are on, they have to pollute that much, and the Rapid Bike Evo lies to the original ECU. So to summarize a little my opinion about this piggyback, I think it is a very cost-effective way if you want to make changes on your motorcycle. Because I already talked about this, because you don't want to go to a dyno every time you change something. And for this bike, I changed the airbox lid, I changed the spark plug to another one, a race spark plug. I changed the exhaust line, so the catalysator isn't there anymore. It's now just a hollow pipe going to the exhaust. And if you would do that with a normal bike without such ECU, without such piggyback, there is a tiny chance that your bike would just explode. That's just too dramatic, but it would break more. It would break faster than any other bike with such piggyback. I just love making modifications to this bike. I'm not planning to do any more big modifications that has to do with the air and fuel ratio and such things, but more just the visuals. So I think I'm getting some graphics for this bike. If you know some good graphics that are not that expensive, link them below in the comments, please. And that's my opinion about the piggyback. It is worth the money. I believe it is worth the money. Because if you would do those modifications and go every time to a dyno just to make sure that your bike doesn't run too lean or too rich, you are going to pay a lot of money. So as promised, I was going to show you how the bike looks like now. I was riding a little bit in the mud, so the bike isn't that clean. Here you can see the change guard, it's a little bit different. the mirrors, also the clutch is way softer thanks to this box. I had to lay down the Bowden cable a little bit in another path that it was original, but yeah, it was an hour or often half-hour work, and that was it. Yeah, the steer is a little bit higher also thanks to these blocks that I found, and that's the sound. And here you can see how the pipe of the exhaust looks like without the catalyst. That's it a bit. And if you like such videos, let me know in the comments and I'll make more. And just like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.